Hello HUD House Hunters, it's Donnie Corum with Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com. Today we're bringing you a property at 278 Audubon Drive. This is a very interesting property. It's located off of Airport and Academy in the southeast part of Colorado Springs. The proximity from Academy makes it really easy access to Fort Carson, but it's tucked in a neighborhood that was built, check this out, just one long strip of houses from where we're standing all the way down the road here and back up. This was all built in about 2005 by Today's Homes, who is no longer in business, but just kind of a random development right in the middle of an area that shouldn't have new homes, much less ones built in the 2005-2006 era. Nonetheless, we're at Audubon, and Audubon is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 2-car garage home. Generally speaking, brand new, these homes went for the 180s. Today they're selling at about the 160 to 170s, and this house is much less than both of those. As a matter of fact, we have townhomes that are priced substantially higher than this property. So you're going to be blown away by Audubon. Needs just a little bit of work, but on a house built in 2005, you can't go wrong. Let's get to it. We're inside 278 Audubon, which is a 2-story style home, again, built in 2005, roughly 1,400 square feet of living space. So here we are. In the great room here, you have really high vaulted ceilings here, and this is basically going to be your entry-level living room. You set out your formal living stuff and things of that nature, maybe put the TV room in here or in the room in the adjoining side. In either case, what I love about this house is really high vaulted ceilings and the general feeling of open space. What we don't love about the house is the bright blue paint color. So is it going to take much to paint this thing, guys? When we start talking about the pricing on this thing, a can of paint is going to be the very least of your worries. As a matter of fact, the Home Depot on Pikes Peak Academy is right up the street from here. You could almost walk. So here we are in the dining room, and the dining room also got a crazy color. Thankfully, this is where the crazy paint scheme stopped. But even if it didn't, guys, again, a paint is just a matter of spending a nice weekend, putting out some drop cloths, buying the color you want, and neutralizing this paint tone. So please, please don't let this scare you off. When you start talking about the equity gains for $100 or so worth of paint, this is well worth it. And if you don't want to do it, I've got guys who can help do it for you at a very reasonable cost. But really, paint. Very easy thing to do, right? So we're going to paint the room, we're going to paint that room. From there we get into the kitchen. And kitchen's a pretty decent size, linoleum floors, lots of cabinet space given the square footage of the property, nice appliances. The only thing that's missing there is the fridge. And then directly off to the right there, you'll see that there's a half bath just off the kitchen here. So that would be your guest bathroom. And then the door there all the way to your right is going to take you into the garage area, which is a 2-car garage. This off here is your laundry room. So obviously it's where the washer and dryer are going to go, and you've got plenty of closet space, etc., in the laundry to put those things in those places. So from here we're going to head on upstairs and check out the bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs. Come along. Heading upstairs in the Audubon property. And again, we have 3 bedrooms upstairs. We're going to start off on this bedroom here. Now, this is a secondary bedroom, pretty decent size. Again, being built in 2005 means that this is going to be a relatively fuel-efficient home. Today's Homes built an excellent product before they went away, and one thing that we won't have to complain about is the insulation of this home. It's got plenty of that. The carpeting is okay. It's not fabulous, but it's not bad enough to replace, and it's not old enough to warrant a replacement, so we'd probably leave the carpeting as is. The paint generally could use a touch-up, but unlike the crazy colors we saw downstairs, you don't have to actually paint all of it, just touch up the areas that need it. This is secondary bedroom number 2, and same as before, about the same size. Nice doors, little paint touch up here and there. Tons and tons of equity, guys, for putting a can of paint on this property, though. We are going to discuss pricing at the end. This just price dropped, so we'll talk about what the price is currently. Finally, we head back this direction to find the master bedroom. And in the master, as you would indicate, slightly larger room than the other 2. You've got a walk-in closet there off to the right, your left. Plenty of space here, not a super huge master bedroom, but you know what you're getting here is a townhouse price single family residence. We're going to discuss price, guys, but we got to talk rental once again. Generally speaking, you'd rent this house for about $1,000, maybe $1,100 a month. You know, when you find out what it's going for, you're going to want to hop on this thing right away. Here's your bathroom. And decent size, dual sinks, linoleum floors, all the typical amenities you'd expect to find in a house built in this era, all except the price. And you know, a little dark in there, but you get a feel for what that looks like. And then, as I mentioned, we have a walk-in closet. Another really interesting feature on this home, though, is the backyard, which we're going to head out to just about now. So come along. We're out back at 278 Audubon, and as I promised you, got a huge backyard to contend with here on this property. Doesn't have much of the line of grass right now, but just add a little bit of sod or some grass seed and start to water this. This is going to be a great, completely fenced-in backyard, perfect to let the kids or the dogs out back to play, and all at an amazing priced home. Let's recap Audubon and get going. Now, this is 278 Audubon Drive, southeast part of Colorado Springs, about Airport and Academy area. It features 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a 2-car garage, and over 1,400 square foot of living space. Generally speaking, guys, this is a $170,000 home, okay? They had it listed at $140,000, which I thought was a pretty good deal, until they dropped it recently to $126,000. Now that means you can pick up this home for $126,000. You're looking at a payment, guys, of about $700, maybe $750 a month, and roughly $45,000 worth of equity. When we talk about deal, it looks just like this house, guys. You paint it, you clean it up, you gain $45,000. To get involved, you got to head to the website, ColoradoSpringsForeclosureDeals.com, the leading resource for finding deals in and around the Colorado Springs area. From there, you register for instant updates just like this property, so you can get ahead of the power curve when the great deals hit the market, or if a house you've been looking at price drops, you'll find out about it first. But you got to get involved. Give us a call, set up a showing. Let's check out Audubon and get you $40,000 plus worth of equity for doing surprisingly little work. With that, this is Donnie Corum with ColoradoSpringsForeclosureDeals.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.